What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be talking about the one conversation killer that everyone does that you shouldn't do if you want to succeed in your conversations in terms of your professional career or personal life. So this is something that happens very often, and it goes something like this. Well, what do you like to eat? Well, I like Italian food. Well, I don't like Italian food. I like Chinese food. What do you like to do for fun? Oh, I like this. Oh, I don't like this. And then you keep going, and then you find out after the third or fourth round of this, we don't have much in common. This person likes these TV shows, and this person doesn't like these TV shows. Now, I think the general intention here is good, but the execution is bad, because now what has happened? This person is under the impression that you guys have nothing in common, and it's not a good match, which is not a good thing. That's the mindset and energy that they're getting when you're doing these searching questions, trying to find things. Now, of course, the intention's not bad. Like, you're trying to find things in common. And you're trying, at least, hopefully, to have somewhat broad, open-ended questions that can draw forth something that you have in common. For example, a very overused question is like, what TV shows do you watch? What movies do you like? And of course, there's so many to choose from, so you would think that there'd be something that would match eventually. But usually when people answer this, they just list 2 or 3 of their top shows. Even if you do have something in common, you have to list like 10 or 15 shows to get to that. And especially now that TV has just diversified so much and there's so many shows, chances are you're probably not going to hit something that fits unless you're really going for the fences and just trying your best. So ideally you want to start with very broad stuff. One question that people think is really bad or really lame, which is actually really good, is talking about the weather. Now, why does this happen so often? Why does it work? Well, when you start a conversation talking about the weather, you are first off targeting something that is not pressure filled and focused on the individual or you. So you're not looking egotistical by talking about yourself right off the bat, and you're also not letting that other person feel like they're being interrogated or getting too personal too quickly. Having a third party topic kind of just eases that tension, and the weather is one of those super high overarching, somewhat concerning topics that almost everyone, no matter if you're rich, poor, broke, happy, well, no matter what interest, it affects you. And therefore, most people have something to say about the weather. Especially in the past, our ancestors lived and died by the weather, because without good farming, you're screwed. But now, it's less of an impact, but it's still impactful. Like, we are inconvenienced if it's snowing or hailing or there's a lot of rain going on outside. So that's something to talk about. And just use that same type of ethos at the initial onset. So start with stuff like that is so overarching that most people would be interested in it to some level, impacted by it. And it's third party, so it doesn't get off the bat with just grilling that person or putting yourself in the spotlight. It could be about celebrities. It could be about maybe not weather, but natural disasters. It doesn't have to be negative either. It could be something positive, like how the fashion trends are changing lately, or how other people are dressing or walking these days. So start there, and that's probably a good transition where you can build a good amount of rapport for the first 5 minutes or so, and get a good first impression rather than one that in their unconscious and conscious speaks, oh, I don't have anything in common with that person. Because although that's sometimes true, sometimes it's not true, and just by setting it up wrong, you can look like you don't have much in common, which just puts you at a disadvantage.